There is a moment that almost every Minecraft player knows. You have just opened a new creative world. Infinite blocks, every resource, every item, every possibility. You can fly. You can build anything you want. Nothing can hurt you, nothing can stop you, nothing can slow you down. And for a few minutes, it feels like freedom. But then something strange happens. The excitement fades, not slowly, quickly, and you are left floating above an endless world that somehow feels smaller than it did before. Why does that happen? Why does unlimited power feel like less, not more? That question bothered me for a long time. And the answer, I think, goes much deeper than a game. Think about your first Minecraft world. Not your best one, not your current one. Your first one. Everything felt enormous back then. A small hill looked like a mountain. A cave looked like a threat. The ocean seemed to have no visible end. And night, real Minecraft night, was terrifying in a way that is difficult to explain now. You made decisions that actually mattered. Do I go underground now, or wait until morning? Do I have enough wood to last the night? What was that sound? These were simple questions, but they felt important. Because the world was bigger than you. It existed whether you were ready or not. It did not care about your plans. The world was not a sandbox. It was a place. And creative mode removes that feeling almost immediately. The first thing creative mode takes from you is weight. Not physical weight. Emotional weight. In survival mode, distance means something. A mountain on the horizon is either a goal or a warning. Getting lost has real consequences. Finding a rare biome feels like a genuine discovery because it cost you something to reach it. Time, effort, risk. In creative mode, distance collapses entirely. You cross oceans without preparation. Mountains stop being obstacles. Forests stop being environments. The world becomes scenery. And scenery is fundamentally different from a place. A place invites you to participate. Scenery only asks you to observe. That is why so many creative worlds eventually start to feel like museum exhibits. Impressive, carefully arranged, visually striking, and completely still. You are no longer living inside the world. You are standing outside it, looking in through glass. But distance alone is not the real reason creative mode feels empty. The deeper reason is something more fundamental. Something quietly human. Scarcity. We assign value through limitation. A diamond means something because it is rare. A completed project feels satisfying because it required effort. A difficult journey becomes a story worth telling because it demanded something from you. Remove the limitation, and the value begins to disappear. Imagine a game where every achievement unlocks the moment you think about it. Every boss is already defeated before the fight begins. Every reward appears instantly, without effort. That sounds ideal for maybe 10 minutes. Then the entire structure collapses. Because rewards only feel meaningful when they exist on the other side of resistance. Creative mode removes almost all resistance. And when resistance disappears, meaning tends to follow quietly behind it. That is why building a castle in survival mode feels different from building the exact same castle in creative mode. The structure might look identical. Same walls, same towers, same materials. But emotionally, they are completely different objects. One tells a story about time, effort, and survival. It carries the memory of every night you spent gathering stone. Every close call in a cave, every decision that could have gone wrong. The other is simply a result. A shape in a world that cost you nothing. One has weight. The other does not. There is something else survival mode does that we rarely stop to think about. It constantly reminds you that you are small. You need food, you need shelter. Weather changes your plans. Danger changes your behavior. The world shapes you as much as you shape it. And that relationship, that mutual influence, is important because it means the world is real to you. Think about this for a moment. Imagine standing in front of a lion. Now imagine the same lion, same eyes, same presence, but behind thick, indestructible glass. Your brain knows it is the same lion, but your body does not feel it the same way, because the danger is gone. And with the danger, so is the presence. Creative mode puts glass between you and the entire world. Nothing can touch you, nothing can reach you. And over time, the world begins to feel like it is behind that glass too. Present but not real. Visible but no longer alive in any meaningful way. This is what I think of as the God effect. The moment you gain total control over a system, you stop being part of it. You become something separate, something above. In survival mode, you are a creature. You exist inside the world, alongside everything else. The zombies are real threats, the storms are real inconveniences, the darkness is real. You are one fragile thing in a world full of things that do not care about you. In creative mode, you become something else entirely. You reshape mountains in seconds. You delete forests with a thought. Reality bends around you. That sounds powerful, and it is. But absolute power carries a cost that nobody warns you about. It removes uncertainty. And uncertainty is one of the most essential ingredients in emotional engagement. We care about stories because we do not know how they end. We care about exploration because we do not know what is waiting around the corner. We care about survival because the outcome is never guaranteed. When uncertainty disappears, mystery begins to disappear with it. And a world without mystery is a world you have already quietly left, even if you are still standing inside it. Think about a cave. In survival mode, a cave is one of the most compelling places in the game. Not because it looks visually impressive, but because you do not know what is inside. Resources, maybe, or danger, or nothing at all. You genuinely do not know. That uncertainty pulls you forward. Something in your attention sharpens. The world feels alive in a way that is hard to name but impossible to miss. In creative mode, the cave looks exactly the same. Same stone, same darkness, same quiet geometry. But the tension is gone before you even step inside. Because nothing in there can surprise you. Nothing in there can hurt you. The unknown has been removed, not by exploring it, but by making it irrelevant before you arrived. And this effect spreads across the entire world. Oceans feel smaller, forests feel quieter, nights feel shorter. The world has not changed, but your relationship with it has. I think this is why creative mode can feel lonelier than survival mode. Not because there is less happening, but because fewer things matter. In survival mode, the world talks to you. Not in words, but in pressure, in risk, in consequence. A creeper approaching is the world saying, pay attention. A health bar slowly dropping is the world saying, this is real. A sunrise after a long and difficult night is the world saying, you made it. Creative mode removes that conversation entirely. You exist, the world exists. But the exchange between you, the thing that made the world feel alive, goes quiet. The world does not stop existing. It stops mattering. And that is a different kind of emptiness. Not the emptiness of a world with nothing in it. The emptiness of a world that no longer needs you. Not absence. Silence. Maybe that is why so many players eventually find their way back to survival mode. Not because they want less freedom, but because they want more meaning. More weight, more presence, more uncertainty. Creative mode gives you everything you think you want. Infinite power, infinite resources, infinite possibility. And in doing so, it quietly removes the things that made the world worth being in. Meaning does not come from having no limits. Meaning comes from limits, from obstacles, from effort, from the very real possibility of failure, from uncertainty, from the feeling that the outcome actually depends on what you do next. Without those things, even an infinite world starts to feel like a very large empty room. A room with everything in it, and nothing that matters. And if you have ever felt that strange hollowness, floating above a creative world, staring at an endless horizon, wondering why nothing feels the way it should, maybe it was not boredom after all. Maybe it was something quieter. The slow realization that a world only becomes truly real when it still has the power to affect you, when you are not above it, but inside it, part of it. That is what survival mode gives you. Not just difficulty, presence. And presence, it turns out, is the thing we were looking for all along. Not power, not freedom, not infinite possibility. Just the feeling of being somewhere real. Somewhere that notices you are there. If this made you think about something beyond Minecraft, consider subscribing. There are a lot more strange feelings left to explore.